Upwards of 3,000 protesters remain at the Standing Rock Reservation south of Bismarck. It's a powder keg there and has been for weeks. It was hoped that a judge's decision today might ease tensions among all involved. Good evening and thank you for joining us. After 2 weeks of deliberation, a federal judge today ruled against the tribe's request to stop a four-state oil pipeline under construction near their reservation.
Not long after that, the Army Corps of Engineers and the Department of Justice said they will not authorize construction of that pipeline, citing important issues raised by the tribe. Let's begin our coverage tonight with Valley News Live's Washington, D.C. reporter Samantha-Jo Roth, who has details on the judge's decision today. Samantha?
This is the judge's written ruling rejecting the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe's request for a preliminary injunction. And what this means is the oil company can continue with construction as scheduled. It was a major victory for both the Army Corps of Engineers and Dakota Access in federal court today in Washington, D.C. Judge James E. Boasberg sided with federal regulators, allowing construction to continue on the 1,100-mile Dakota Access pipeline as scheduled.
This is an important ruling and I think an appropriate ruling because what's really at stake is the authority of the United States Army Corps of Engineers.
North Dakota Congressman Kevin Kramer says the Army Corps of Engineers followed proper protocol, pointing out the route of the pipeline changed several times after other tribes raised concerns. He says the Standing Rock Sioux refused to meet with federal regulators initially.
The fact that several tribes did participate in consultation early on is an indication that the court did its job, and that coming in late with a complaint puts you at a disadvantage, and I think that's clear.
The judge agreed, saying the Army Corps of Engineers gave the tribe a reasonable and good faith opportunity to identify sites of importance to it. Standing Rock Sioux argued the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers did not do enough to consult with tribal members.
Our tribe is going to appeal. We're going to continue to battle this fight as long as it takes to try to have this nation recognize the injustices that are being implemented on our nation.
The decision comes amid clashes between protesters and security officers near the construction site. The governor even calling in the National Guard ahead of the decision in case the conflict escalates.
If you disagree with the outcome, use the peaceful, established legal forms to issue your protest.
Well, this ruling isn't likely to settle this dispute. The Standing Rock Sioux Tribe says that they plan to appeal this decision. The judge has ordered a status conference for next week, which could open the door to some more discussion.
Samantha-Jo, how do you think the Department of Justice and the Army Corps of Engineers statement will impact the long-term construction of this pipeline?
Well, I'm not entirely sure exactly how it will impact this. What's really interesting is in court this week, the judge could not issue a restraining order on part of the Highway 1806 to the west because that wasn't technically the Army Corps of Engineers jurisdiction. They were able to issue a restraining order on North Dakota Highway 1806 to the east, 20 miles east. And what's really interesting is in that area, the construction of the pipeline is already complete. So this is kind of a moot point. So what I see this being is it could be a olive branch from the Justice Department, from the Army Corps of Engineers. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to impact the company's plans moving forward. Sending it back to you guys.
All right, Samantha-Jo Roth reporting live for Valley News Live out of Washington, D.C. Thank you.